When I joined the UK music industry, more years ago than I care to remember, about 30, Trev Wilkinson was already a legend. Throughout the 90s, there were really only two Trems that were worth talking about. There was the Floyd Rose and the Wilkinson Trem. And they were on pretty much everything. Trev is one of those incredible guys who lives, eats, sleeps and breathes guitars and guitar design. And guitar collection, it should be said. Over the years, and believe you me, he's been at it a lot longer than I have, he has forged relationships with some of the greatest guitar builders, Leo Fender indeed, and Charvel, you name it. He has been friends and worked with some of the greatest names in our industry. And he's provided hardware, because that's what he got famous for, to pretty much every guitar brand. I think I can't think of any that he hasn't actually supplied something to down the line. And then he started working closely with JHS and started to bring out his own lines. He brought out Fret King, which were beautiful guitars, and Vintage for JHS. So Trev is kind of, in our industry, in the guitar industry, not just here, but all over the world, genuinely one of the legends of our industry. He is an inventor. He is a designer. He loves nothing more than a new problem to try to solve when it comes to guitars. And so that's why we were so excited when he talked about potentially launching his guitar kits. There comes a point in every guitarist's life when he decides that it might be a good idea to build his own guitar. Generally, it's not a good idea. It's a bit like home dentistry, to be avoided. But of the people that do decide to do this, many of them secure the parts from various places across the world. Stores, one of which sounds particularly Scottish, over in America, has for a long time supplied parts that you can buy to build your own guitar. And I've seen a few of these in the past. I've seen people's attempts, and I've played a few. And I think it's something like 1 in 100 used to get it right. But something very interesting has happened. I talked earlier about Trev Wilkinson, who in our industry is just a legend. He's a doyen of guitar builders and guitar designers. And Trev decided that he was going to put together his own kits and do them in such a way that really anybody could build a very, very fine instrument at a fraction of the cost from some of the bigger players, shall we say. So when we heard that, we were really quite excited. We've worked with Trev a long time, known him a long time, and we know that when he decides he's going to do something like this, he does it properly. And what I'm holding, and what Stu's holding, are the fruits of his labours. And I'm very happy to say that we have exclusive access to these here at Scan. You can buy the kits through us, and we've also got some very interesting ways of showing you how to do it and how to build it, including a great film that Trev made for us himself, showing how you put each part together. So if you've ever fancied doing it, if it's ever been a burning desire of yours, now is the time. I've got with us Stu, our luthier and our guitar department in its entirety. Stu is responsible for all the setups here at Scan, and we're just going to have a little chat about this. I think you'd agree, Stu, in the past there's been some real messes made of people trying to build their own instruments. Some
terrible shockers. You usually get caught out somewhere down the line. It's not an easy thing to do. And to be fair, I prefer this version.
Yeah, and I think one of the things that people think was how hard can it be? It can be really difficult, can't it? Certainly things like neck alignment.
Yeah, I mean, this is where people just don't go there, because there are a couple of things that if you're trying to hand carve your own guitar, get the neck pocket right, the angle, etc. That is where the skill comes in. But it's any problems have been removed with these kits, which is great, because as you've just said, anybody can put this together. It is literally ready to go.
So we know that Trev has access to factories and places all around the world, and he only uses the best. Apparently he's found one that does these incredible kits, these incredible necks. I've played on a couple of these, and they're absolutely wonderful. They really are very good. On some of the other kits, shall we say, you get them where the frets are rough as hell and so on, but these appear to be absolutely superb.
Yeah, well, where Trev, I suppose, has gone with this is an awful lot of kits in the past where they were at the low end of the market, so you could have a cheap go at putting together a guitar. Not necessarily one you would end up using on stage or that was a great tone monster in, but Trev's gone the complete opposite way and has handed a guitar here that, this is a 4-figure guitar. If you start messing about with a few names on the headstocks, it is that kind of quality. I mean, you're talking 2-piece bodies. You've got absolutely everything on these guitars. It's proper top end.
And of course, he's got some terrific Wilkinson hardware on there, which you would expect.
Well, exactly. Trev's been doing that for, I think it's about 1833 he started making hardware, didn't he? Yeah. All his hardware is on, all his pickups are on here. Everything on here is his.
So yeah, if you're interested in doing this, you want to have a go at it, we have them exclusively at Scan. We have T-style, we have S-style, we have a Super S-style. Come and have a look at them, check them out, and in the meantime, we'll just show you a little bit of the footage of Trevor, just to show you how easy it is to do this.
This is a WVOB pickup, which you would find in the guitar of this year. Flat pole pieces, slightly larger than normal pole pieces, and that's exactly the way they were. Flat fibres, steel plate, brass saddles. We've just gone that one extra step and we've got them intonated. So it's a little bit of an upgrade. Not yearly correct, but it makes the guitar play better and play more in tune. And that's what we need. So again, let's get back to our countersink and let's just break the edges of these holes. And again, these are spaced, these are in the body CNC, and they are made to locate absolutely perfectly and all lined up. But we need to enlarge these holes with an 1/8 inch drill. All the sizes of the drills are on the instructions. Again, we don't need to go too deep with these, but if we just use that little piece of masking tape and let's find out how long that drill is. Put the masking tape on the drill. Now we're not drilling the hole too deep, but we're drilling it deep enough. So they are piloted, so it'll find its way in nice and straight. We're going to install this bridge. Now then, this is ground to the copper, so in reality you actually don't need a ground wire normally, but I like to put that ground wire in for the simple reason that if we do decide that we're going to swap pickups at some point in time, then let's get that ground wire underneath the bridge. That saves putting something together and then having to rework it again. So you take your ground wire that's already connected to your control plate, you put that, lay it on the body. Now you can put this bridge in place.